Man, I had to talk about it, man. You already read the title, and I cannot believe it's over, man. I cannot believe it's over. This show did something that was so interesting compared to everything else that drops. Typically, everybody wants a flashy story, flashy events, and a flashy ending for a series. And yes, Mob Psycho has all of that, but they also have a deeper layer when it comes to their events. When it comes to Mob hitting 100% and a certain emotion pops up, or even when it came to the big finale when Reigan, spoiler alert, when Reigan ran after Mob to get him to stop all of his madness. The storytelling of Mob Psycho is very interesting. It's very compelling. There are so many metaphors, so many messages within the show. I have to commend the effort that was put into it. You can clearly smell, taste, and see the love and passion and the amount of depth that goes into this show. Mob as a character, as a main character, has easily become one of my favorites because of the things that he goes through, the challenges that he overcomes, and just everything about this franchise. I find it so endearing. It is so good. And unfortunately, it is so underrated. I love this show, and I feel like a lot of people need to give it way more praise than it receives already. Mob Psycho does things very impeccable. Now, granted, does it have its issues? Of course. Many different anime to this day has its issues. But Mob Psycho does its very best to capitalize on a lot of its problems with very interesting characters and story, especially Mob and Reigan's relationship. Mob Psycho, for me, from season 1 to 3, is a 9 out of 10. Yes, like I said, has its issues, and there's certain things where I'm like, that could have been better. But for what it does and how interesting and standalone, like, it really is its own kind of thing when you really think about it. Yes, it's action-packed, but like I said, deeper layers. I almost said 10 out of 10. Very good anime. And I want to do a more in-depth analysis on Mob, Reigan, and Dimple, specific characters, to kind of like really break down who they are as people, how they play into the roles and everything like that. But overall, as a series, very good. 9 out of 10. Loved it. Loved every second of it. And I cannot wait to potentially see what else the creator tries to cook up in the future, if he or she, I don't know who the creator is, or if he or she, goes that route. If not, that's perfectly fine because they did their part with this for sure.